Hello, and welcome to Wireless Insight. I'm Jacob, your host for today's summit, and I'm joined by Chief Analyst at ITR, Marc Einstein, to talk about 5G network capabilities. Hi Marc, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Could you please give us a brief self-introduction?
Sure. So my name is Marc Einstein, and as you mentioned, I'm the Chief Analyst for Telecommunications and Digital Services at ITR Corporation.
Great, thank you. All right, well, why don't we just get straight into it? Firstly, in the 5G era, which vertical industries will achieve the first wave of digital transformation, in your opinion?
So I think that, ultimately 5G is going to spur digital transformation in every industry. But I think from what we've seen so far, in my experience, there's a lot of interest in 5G services that can help automate businesses. And so, for example, in Japan, we have a major labor shortage right now. We have a decreasing population. And so industries like heavy machinery, manufacturing, agriculture, energy are all really looking to adopt 5G services to deal with this increasing need for automation in the workforce.
What about during the pandemic? Which scenarios does 5G really provide significant value?
Right. So I think when we talk about the COVID-19 outbreak and how 5G might help, clearly healthcare is, the industries that has been most affected. I think that we're seeing 5G being used in many ways. Drones using 5G are helping to construct hospitals. 5G applications are enabling remote workforce automation in a much faster way. I think anywhere where we need social distancing, like retail, I think there's a huge chance for 5G in this industry. And finally, education and remote work. Kids are now mostly online, and we're all working from home. And I do think that 5G is going to play a big part in this going forward.
Is the digital transformation of vertical industries currently mature?
I think what's very interesting to me is that 5G is now moving from non-standalone to standalone. And standalone 5G is going to bring new services. And I think those main services are higher bandwidth applications and low latency applications. And so we're about to see a new wave of 5G services which are going to further enable digital transformation.
What capabilities does the network need to enable digital transformation in vertical industries?
So I think that, when we talk about 5G driven digital transformation, there are really two that I mentioned. And one is just the need for massive bandwidth. And I think the second one is the need for lower latency applications. And I think that the advent of 5G standalone networks are really going to bring these capabilities into the market, and we're going to see a lot of very new and interesting use cases come from this.
Let's move on to some typical B2B applications such as machine vision and remote inspection. They have high requirements on uplink bandwidth. How does 5G really meet these requirements?
I think when we talk about, for example, mission critical applications in manufacturing or oil and gas, immediate no lag network is going to enable a new wave of applications in manufacturing, in oil and gas, and eventually in all sorts of industries like autonomous driving, drones.
Fantastic. Thanks again for joining us, Marc. That's the end of the interview. Thank you for joining us today at Wireless Insight.